Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I haven't been feeling 100% and I hope you guys can hear me. I just wanted to come on here real quick and share a message with you. Spirit has called me to speak on something. Taking the heartbreak and coming out of the ashes. I built this channel to help heal in transitioning with my healing. For the past 3 years, I've been doing the shadow work, the inner work, and there comes a point where you're fighting. You're fighting with your shadow. You're fighting because you're thinking that everything is love, peace, and happiness. And your shadow reminds you and says, no, there's still work you have to do. There's still things that you have to look within yourself. You have to take note of all of your accountabilities. And I'm here to share that with you today. Taking the parts of oneself and surrendering fear, every part of the way in this journey, as far back as you can recall, as you're in this space, what are you going to do about it? Forget about proving yourself to others. We've been doing that for so long, way too long, and have got nothing emotionally. We may still feel empty. So what is it? What is it you want that loves you back in return, brings you joy, brings you peace and fulfillment? Spirit is now moving, energy's out. There's a feeling of movement, and your shadow side is feeling stuck, angered, or disappointed. And your light side, your higher self, says, without movement, the energy doesn't flow. It has to move out by release and surrender. Then you have energy moving in, needing to cleanse. Your shadow is afraid to let go and trust, keeping toxic things around for comfort. It's time to allow yourself to shed, cleanse, clear, cut all cords. Cut it all out, bringing you to a balance. You know better, you do better. What you're learning now, or needing to learn, is you need to learn how to move with caution. Your shadow self says, fuck it, and wants to let out a beast, especially now in Leo season, during this month of August. They have kept you in the lion's den. They been feeding you out there to the wolves. Like, you feel lost, you feel like you're being attacked, you feel like you just want to unleash all of this wrath. And your light side, your higher self, is asking you to be patient. It's not time yet. Move accordingly. Your higher self is letting you know you are protected. These veils are going to drop soon. And one question you must speak to divinity about is your readiness. Your readiness, your willingness to surrender to divinity. Divinity's will, trusting the outcome is allowing yourself to hold space for yourself, for your growth, and for your success. It takes time, but you must hold space for yourself in all that you do. Your shadow is afraid of rejection, of still being or coming from an egotistical state. You have to hold space and ask, Is this really what we're going to continue to do? Is this what we really want to continue to happen? You must G-check yourself. You must G-check your shadow. It's you against you. What you cannot see currently is how you're becoming flexible in the ways you think, in the ways you speak, in the ways you move. Your thinking process is becoming differently. You transform two opposing forces into something new. Imagine all these years, and all you have to do is work, understand your shadow and your light within yourself, no matter your age. No matter your age. Everyone is awakening. And in this sense, like, the enemy is mad. You know? In the Bible it says they're waiting. And the religious beliefs, right? We're waiting for Christ to resurrect. Christ to come back. Christ consciousness. It's here. We are the Christ consciousness. It has been years, decades, centuries where our brother, right, our brethren was speaking the truth, speaking the knowledge of what God wanted for each and every one of us. But back then, we couldn't live as free as we are now to actually speak our truth. So they crucified him, and he took that suffering for us. Now, as his children, as his brothers, as his sisters, remember when they said he was at the cross and he told Mary Magdalene, Joseph, and Mary his mom, that is not your son, that is not your daughter, that is not your mother. We are all one in God's eyes. We are all God's rising consciousness, you know? And as we go learning, as we go evolving spiritually, we'll know the difference in the materialistic aspect and in the religious, not the religious, the spiritual aspects, because we're not going to be confined into this one space, into this one bubble, only when we are in contact with divinity, right? You will crave innovation at this time. Like, there's this will for wanting something better. You know? You want to be fierce and free spirit. I've always had that within me. I've never liked to feel confined. I've always fought, and like I said in my last video, as a Libra, I've ran from situations that I felt tied down to. And I'm coming to realization that I don't like to feel locked down. I don't like to feel told what to do. I respect rules. You know, I respect that if things don't go accordingly, there's consequences. As a child of God, yes, I know this, you know, but we're coming into this space of looking for that balance. Like, we're at the crossroads of which way do I go? Do I finally take off my mask, raise my sword, and show people who I truly am? I apologize, guys. I'm telling you, this message has to come out one way or another. I'm standing my ground. I speak for myself. Because emotions aside, when you know who you are, You won't stand for less. You won't allow or continue to allow toxic situations to continue to want to enter your life because they don't belong there. Do you understand that? Know when to speak your truth. Be open and honest with others. That's where I am now. I do this because I love doing this. This brings me joy to help someone else, even if it touches one person. My mask is down. My sister, my brother, hold my hand. I'm here with you. You're not alone. I've been doing this through podcasts. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to be seen. I'm not ready to show my face. Many of you know who I am. You know. But at this moment, I feel more comfortable just speaking. You don't need to see my face. You just need to hear and see my voice. No weapon formed against me shall ever prosper, and those who rise their tongue up against me through material or spirituality shall be condemned. Straight up. Straight up. There's a spark of new ideas. There's a spark of innovation. There's a spark of transformation that is coming to light. Be patient with yourself. Hold space for yourself. I want to see if there's anything else. The Spirit wants to give one more card. You continue to shield. You continue with the Seven of Wands. You're fighting. You're fighting. Protecting. You're fighting and protecting. Shielding what you love. You know? You work too hard. Or you're working hard as fuck for this Wheel of Fortune to come back around and recognize life cycles. You know, you're not going back. We're not going back. We gotta move forward. You know, recognize your own cycles, your patterns. Where your own cycles have failed you. Don't be so shielded when it comes to lessons. Be adapted to change. Do you want to continue to live toxic? Do you want to continue to raise your children in environments that just don't serve you? There's no purpose of it. See how far, all the achievements you accomplished. God ain't gonna let you down. You gotta celebrate all that shit. Celebrate all these achievements because your kids are looking up to you. And if you don't have kids, our youth is looking up. We gotta stand up for something, or we gonna fall for anything. I'm telling you, please. Alright guys, I need some tea. Oh, there's so many energies. If y'all would like for me to go live, yeah, Judgment Day, keep your boundaries. It's Judgment Day. Keep your boundaries. You are protected. You are protected. I'm trying to see. Mm. Yeah. There to allow your passions to move you. Like what is stopping? What is stopping? Hear the call and the sound. Your return. Let go of judgments of others. What people do outside of you has nothing to do with you. You just have to learn how to keep those boundaries. Don't allow no one to cross them. You know, you have to learn how to keep your peace. You have to learn to be like, nah, I'm good. And walk away from things. You know, do what makes you happy. Ain't nobody gonna do it but you. Nobody's gonna do it but you guys. Take the leap of faith. Oh my God. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all go. I send y'all a love and light, and I know the beginning of this read is not always love and light. It's not. Like if you expecting that, going through this portal, this 8-day portal, people are gonna be wanting to go back into this space of, I wasn't ready. I don't want that. I'm not ready for that. I'm afraid they're going to want to come back to what they know. And you gotta allow it. If you want your transformation, if you want to proceed, you know, that it's up to you. But see, this is why divinity gives us our free will. This is why, you know, it's up to us to use our will and just listen. Listen to what divinity has in store for us. I send y'all love and light. May y'all have the week y'all deserve. Please stay safe. Until the next time.